Good evening and happy 4th of July. Welcome to the Minions of the Zoo Saturday edition. I'm your host and keeper of the Harry channel, and with me tonight are Minions 3. Sora Luna.
It's Australian?
Yes. Sora Lunar. Nar. Nar. Sorry. Say hi, Sora.
Hi, Sora.
Okay. DrFunctional.
Yeah, I'm here.
And SkepTok.
Hello, everybody.
Okay, so before anybody asks, I get home and I think, okay, I'm gonna I stop by the store and I get a $4.99 rotisserie chicken that had just been sitting there a little too long today. So they're gonna close at 6 because it's the 4th of July. I get a $4.99 chicken, score, some ciabatta bread. I've got some sun-dried tomatoes, some olive oil. I've got fresh mozzarella. I've got all this stuff. I'm gonna make a sandwich. I'm gonna sit down and watch some kind of entertainment, only to find that my Wi-Fi network doesn't exist. Okay, this is fine. Don't use Wi-Fi for the show anyway. Cut to the chase. My router from AT&T had decided to forget everything. It forgot its name. It forgot my static IP address blocks. It forgot my Wi-Fi. All of it was just gone. And so I go through and I talk to the tech support. I said, can you just reload this on the modem? They said, oh, you can log in and set it up yourself. It's like, do you know how many hours it took me to set this up the first time? God. So there was no network. And so everything's a little bit crazy tonight. So, hi, Sora.
Hi.
How was your week?
Pretty good.
You have a network?
It seems to be working.
Yeah, actually, you sound better than usual. Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Anything new and exciting?
Well, it's nothing new, but I've been following FIFA, and unfortunately, Canada is gone. We made it to the round 16, but we have been eliminated. That's okay. The fact that we made it this far has been pretty amazing.
Who eliminated you?
Morocco, 3-0 this morning. It was sad.
Little Moroccans.
But
little Tajiners.
they each got 4. It was 4 yellow cards on both sides. So that was kind of fun. No
Spirited
red,
play.
Yeah.
The fact that they refused to card both teams, lots of corruption. It's FIFA. It's great.
Yeah, that's good.
That's it. I'm trying to think what other exciting stuff. It was Canada Day.
So what do you do on Canada Day? Do you eat a goose or something, or how?
No.
How does it?
I mean, if it wasn't for FIFA and spending all day watching soccer, you could usually there's stuff to do. There's go out and about. But that was not this year. They canceled fireworks, so where I live, it's illegal to do fireworks, so we didn't have fireworks.
Yeah,
fine. I don't care one way or the other. It's just it's a funny thing. It's Canada Day.
Yeah.
Set anything on fire.
Celebrate responsibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else?
Don't blow
Do?
your
Usually,
fingers off.
some people do barbecues. Our neighbor usually is the one who does the barbecue, but they're all gone. There's nobody here this year. So I don't know if it's because of the heat or what, or it's FIFA and everybody managed to get tickets and are traveling, but very quiet. Canada Day, which is fine because I didn't have to work, and then the following day, I worked remotely, which is great. So, yeah. It'll be sad because coming to Monday is a regular week again, and
yeah. Well,
it would be nice to get paid and not do work.
Yeah, that would be nice. That's not a thing I've experienced in decades. So, so I know what that's like. I know it's not really a woe is me thing. It's like I get compensated. I do work, but I don't get paid for holidays. So Harry doesn't work. Harry doesn't get paid. That's the way that works. So I get paid. And what's annoying is the system that I have to go through to submit my hours now to my biggest customer. Anytime there's a holiday, I have to put in an explanation for why I'm working on the holiday. And it's like, oh, you piece of shit. I'm working because I don't get paid if I don't work. That's it. But it makes me write that down every time there's a holiday and I show hours. Why are you working on the holiday? Because I don't get paid otherwise. You stupid system. Stop asking me dumb questions, moron. Anyway, yeah.
Speaking of morons.
Is that going to be the segue to talk to you?
Hi.
Hey, how did you spend Canada today?
I blew up part of it.
Yay.
Gym, grocery shopping, just enjoying being a knucklehead. Today I was wearing a t-shirt that is in the visage of an American flag, and somebody was giving me just like the dirtiest looks. And so I finish and I'm like walking out of the the shopping center that the grocery store is in. It's like a little mall thing. And I get to the doors to go to the outside. Guy like followed me and was like, "Yo, you're what would he say? Yo, asshole! Why the fuck are you wearing that?" I'm like, "Excuse me." I'm like, "Were you even born here?" I didn't say that, but I'm thinking it in my head, and I just look at him and I stare, like I just furrow my brow and I just look at him. Yo, fuck you, man. And it like walks off. I'm like, this is the weirdest shit ever.
Dude.
Who cares if I want to celebrate?
These people are unhappy. They're miserable, unhappy people. And the only thing that makes them happy is when they find somebody like you and then they try to transfer their unhappiness to you. These people are just pathetic.
But that was like the only person who said something. I was getting dirty looks the entire afternoon.
Yeah.
I'm like, Yeah, I agree with you. These are just sad, pathetic people.
Yeah, what is it that they find enjoyable other than just taking a shit on other people because they feel morally superior?
Fucking people who are driving around the city with their fucking Portuguese or Iranian or Israeli or whatever fucking flags they want. And it's like, do you understand the relationship like to these people? I'm just thinking in my head, every time I get a dirty look, I'm like, do you have any idea just how good we have it at their just existence? Even if we weren't allies, even if we weren't like notorious trading partners since before even either country existed, just the mere presence of America right below us keeps us safe and gives us opportunity that no other country in the world has. And yet you want to just because like what? Like I still don't understand it, because even when they give reasons, it's like, it's not even a fucking reason. And then the same people are the same people that, sure, I might not have a massive problem with it, but I kind of have a little bit of a problem with, flying other countries' flags. And like, okay, fine, it's soccer, whatever. But when you start raising them at city halls, I don't know if you heard about the Buffalo Somali flag raising, but there was two of them here, Niagara Falls, Canada side, and Stratford, which is known for their theater. They do like Shakespeare in the Park, and they have like year-round concerts and like classical music, and it's a very like culturally rich town that. And they raised the Somali flags, and I'm like, that is where I have the problem. I had the same problem. They rose the Pride flag, the Israeli flag, like all these other foreign nation flags at our city hall, and I'm like, fuck off.
Yeah.
If I ever see that, I'm going to tear them down. I shouldn't incriminate myself, but it blows my mind. You can, you have an embassy, we have a, United Nations building. Sure, put up the member flags. I don't care. But when you're on Canadian soil, you have one of three options: your municipal flag, your provincial flag, or your federal flag. That's fucking it. Everything else can take a hike.
Well, I have a rant planned along these lines.
I'm almost done.
No, it's okay. I mean, so save a little bit for later, because
Sure.
I really do have a rant. While I was doing some research for the show, I sort of I had a realization about something. And so just put a pin in this for a moment, and we'll come right back to it after we say hi to SkepTok, because it might take a while. Hi, SkepTok.
Yeah, how you doing, Harry?
Um,
Happy 4th of July, buddy.
other than not liking AT&T service today, weather's perfect. Motorcycle runs beautifully. Imaginary girlfriend doesn't seem to hate me. Everything is good with the world.
Wonderful.
Everything is going really well, which worries me because that immediately makes me think something bad's going to happen. Yeah.
There's that future time when you think back. Harry would remember how perfect that time was.
Well, I told you about my first gnarly bike crash, the mountain bike one. Literally 2.5 minutes before I, set myself up for an ambulance ride with a really gnarly finger that got completely dislocated like 90 degrees. I thought to myself, this might be one of the best days I've ever had in my entire life. And now whenever I start to feel like things are too perfect, it kind of gnaws at me. Yeah.
No, I understand that.
Would you please say hello to our audience, please?
We have quite a crowd in chat tonight. First in was Blake, and followed by Jay Blizza, and Jen T. Maxey is in the house.
Mhm.
Jen, nice to see you. Let's see. Somebody else was a tall person is here. I think I said Jay Blizza.
Somebody said hi to Joel McLaughlin. Did you say Joel?
Yeah, Joe, that's right. That's who I missed. I was thinking there was Joe McLaughlin's there.
Yeah.
And we love having all you guys here. We love doing the show and having you be a part of it. Very interested in what you have to say. Thanks for coming to hear us tonight.
Well, I don't hear any.
With you.
I don't hear any explosives in your background, so that's good.
That's a function of having a decent microphone. But my dogs can sure hear them, and they are cowering and just generally acting like little dummies. But life goes on, and Texans are going to celebrate noisily on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
And other than your network troubles, have you been, has this been a good 4th of July?
It has been a good 4th of July. Everything's fine. The weather here has been incredible, which is good because otherwise California is a terrible place. But the weather has been perfect and is perfect out through the end of the forecast period. So, getting paid, weather's good. Nobody hates me that I'm aware of. Well, nobody that counts hates me. Yeah.
Oh.
Nobody that counts. So everything's generally pretty okay with me.
Hey, Camel's here.
Hey, Camels. So when I was looking at the show, I was looking for stuff for the show. I was thinking about the 4th of July and that whole sort of thing. And I was trying to find this particular thing by a comedian, which I cannot find for the life of me. But basically the premise of this guy's joke was that the lyrics to the Star Spangled Banner were written by an American, Francis Scott Key. But the tune was actually, that they put the words on, was written by an English person. So he proceeded to do this sketch where he instead took the lyrics of the Star Spangled Banner and applied them to the tune from Freebird by Leonard Skinner. Yeah. And it works surprisingly well. And the land of the brave, he just sort of does that whole thing. I wish I could find it for you, but instead I found a bunch of clips by Trevor Noah talking about, I don't know why America hates change so much. I don't know why America is so upset about uptight about their flag. I don't know. It's like, and I finally just kind of reached my fatigue point and just thought, shut up, Trevor Noah. Seriously, just shut the hell up. This is a typical sort of liberal thing that they like to do where they say, oh, is there something important to you? What's wrong with you that you care so much? That's sort of their stupid response. It ends up taking a thing. They can't really defend their position, so instead they try to cast doubt on your character. Dr. Functional, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. And as comedy goes, it's really walking the line between not very funny and just being straight up clapter. you read the comments about this Trevor Noah thing about Americans. He was saying Americans will sing the national anthem at any opportunity. Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, people don't get upset in Canada if you guys start singing "Oh Canada" at a hockey game, right?
No, not yet. Anyway, they do when the Star Spangled Banner plays, and again, it's so dumb. I don't get it, and it's even it's weaseled its way even into my family because my sister, her and her husband both went to school in the States. They both have lots of American friends. Half of our family lives in the States and is from the States. Like my mother's side, they've been here multiple generations since settling this country, both countries, in fact. And our family has roots in both sides of the border to build both countries. And it's like, why would you say something so hateful? Because she said something, I hate Americans. America's so stupid. I'm like, it's just like, it's so wrong. And it's not like it was a joke or anything. And it's just, I see it everywhere.
Yeah.
And there is definitely a contingent that does hate Canada. Like I mentioned before the show, well, like I've had some run-ins with the Antifa. My friend had his phone stolen by Antifa just the other day. And, they hate Canada. They despise Canada. If you remember, there was the big scandal of like the mass graves and all of that turned out to be a hoax, but they still push that narrative and they still say things like, "Oh, well, it's all on the blood of this and that." I'm like, oh,
yeah. Trevor Noah is annoying and liberals are annoying. And I feel the whole way they do this stuff is dishonest. And it's like, is this funny? I mean, is this funny? I don't know. Here's what he does.
Does not like change. I want to change the things. Germany changed the money, the flags, the anthem. Are you kidding me? Remember when they tried to change the $20?
Yeah, but Germany did a thing. They did a really, really, really bad thing. And they had to wash the bad taste of it out of their mouth.
Some Germans did some things.
Yeah, Germans tried to unalive everybody. They tried to take over the entire world. It's not quite the same with us. I mean, there are definitely things that America has done that I'm not particularly proud of, but it's like in any given family, there's going to be things that you're not proud of. It doesn't mean you don't love your family.
And even still, Germany, the Allies did some horrendous things post-war. Like, it is war, so, but it just, you can't hold that grudge against people, like at this point, people who had nothing to do with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the German people, Austrian people, like the ones that live today, they really had not much anything to do with it. And I guarantee you, if something were to happen in Canada or the United States, where there was that type of rise to power and then that spread, which, truth be told, I kind of see that today with the anti European stuff. It only takes one Mamdani to turn around and start doing some things that would be reminiscent of that.
New York.
Don't want to listen to Trevor.
New York problems. No, but Trevor Noah's got a bunch of videos sort of along these kinds of themes, and it's one thing to be an outsider and have like a fresh perspective and say something interesting. And then there's another thing to just sort of find an audience that's really easy to manipulate and then just throw clapter crap at them. Because that's what this really feels like. It's like, I feel guilty about being American. Hey, let's go see a comedian who reinforces my weird self-loathing that I have. I have no problem with being an American. I have... You can bring up stuff about the Tuskegee Airmen. It's like, okay, that wasn't great. You can bring about stuff about how we broke deals with Native Americans. Andrew Jackson, not the most honest, straightforward person in dealing with the natives.
I've been watching the stuff about MK Ultra. Like, I mean, there has been some bad, but I think overall the good has outweighed the bad.
The good has outweighed the bad by a huge margin.
Yeah.
And also, you have to keep, well, you don't have to do anything, but I find it useful to sort of think of this stuff in context. There's this whole family tree for the Anglosphere, and it all sort of starts with Rome. And then it goes from Rome into Britain, and then from Britain out to all these wonderful countries. And anything bad that happens to, our brothers and cousins, even though I like to make fun of New Zealand and their weird horse-faced former prime minister and all that sort of stuff, and the fact that Australians can't say no properly, we're all one. We should all be one big happy family. It irritates me, this weird divisiveness. They should not be mocking you for having an American flag any more than I would be mocking somebody for wearing that leaf. Just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Kumbaya. But yeah, Trevor Noah is annoying, and so are almost all the other weird liberal comedians. And the real crime is just really not that funny. Just really not that funny.
Like you said.
Well, like the base of a good joke is a little bit of reality, right? These modern lefty comedians, they don't base their stuff in anything real. Your Sam Kinnisons, your George Carlins, yeah, sure, they were leftists by even their day's stance, but the jokes that they made when they were, air quotes, anti-American jokes, they were for things like, Tuskegee or MK Ultra type things that did happen, things that did suck. Bill Clinton getting sucked off in the Oval Office. Like, sure, it did get a little played out by, David Letterman constantly talking about Bubba, but it was at least rooted in something that happened, truth. Whereas this is just like, I mean, let's face it all boils down to Orange Man bad, every joke.
Yeah.
And why America is so bad is because Orange Man bad, right?
Yeah, it's the whole dopamine drip from feeling like you're on the winning side. So I've recommended this before. I'm going to recommend it again because it's timely, which is Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast, episode 393 with Louis C.K., where they start, there's multiple parts to this. They start talking about Washington and work their way through every single U.S. president. Shane Gillis actually has a background in history, believe it or not. So he's a historian turned comedian. And this is really good stuff. And it's fun to hear this because people don't spend a whole lot of much time thinking about people like William McKinley. But it's not like America ceases to exist between the Ken Burns movies or documentaries. There's all sorts of interesting stuff that happens throughout the entire 250 years. So instead of just fixating on the Revolutionary War and fixating on the American Civil War / War of Northern Aggression and World War I and World War II, take in the whole story.
Howard Taft.
Well, except for the fact that he was really fat and didn't he get stuck in a bathtub one time?
Well, he did. That's the fable. The story is, and it is true, that he had a especially large bathtub imported and installed in the White House.
Yeah.
He did that. He didn't get stuck in.
As one does.
As one does.
As one does. Let me see if I can find their thing on Taft. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment.
I think Louis C.K. also just came out with a new special too, a new comedy special.
Yeah.
I don't know, I haven't seen it. It's hit or miss for me.
Has he been uncancelled? Was he not cancelled for something?
I can't remember which one is which, but wasn't he the one who was wanking into plants in front of women?
Or something like that, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
Well, I can't get to that right now, and it's hard to bring up the things. Let's just listen to a little of Andrew Jackson.
And the house was crammed with common people getting drunk, stealing shit, and they wouldn't leave. And there's a honor code in the White House. You don't ask someone to leave. You don't ever throw anybody out. So they couldn't get them. Like days went by where people are shitting on the floor and raiding the fucking pantry and just fucking people and whatever. And so what they did was they got huge kegs of beer and they put them on the lawn. And they said, "Hey, come out. Let's drink under the stars. Let's have, and they invited them out for beer on the lawn.
Let's just say it's an unconventional look at history, but I actually really enjoy this sort of thing because these are actually pretty smart guys, and I get tired of just listening to history told from the Ken Burns perspective through the rose-colored glasses. This is a much more brass tacks, down to earth sort of thing. Yeah. It is.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever heard of? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, you disappeared for a moment.
I'm sorry.
Am I back?
didn't want to step
Yeah,
on
you're
Sora.
back. Have I ever heard of what?
I was going to say of Horrible Histories. It's a series of books written by, I think his name is Terry Deary. I think they ended up making it a TV show. I never watched the show, but it's basically all the fun bits of history, like the naughty bits and fun stuff, written for a child's like 9 to 12-year-old. So it's made it so they can read it. But those were my favorite books growing up, and they were so funny. And it was all history, actual history. So stuff like this where they have these stories. It's like that's the fun stuff of history that you want to hear. It's great.
I hadn't noticed the little editorial comment. James Madison, dork.
Total nerd. Old
yeah. Well, there's a whole Shane Gillis compilation I found that was like Shane Gillis is still angry about Pearl Harbor, which I listened to the other day, and it's like I'm right there with you, Shane. I'm still kind of pissed off about Pearl Harbor too. We are like the nicest people to people that we beat in wars.
Oh, man.
I mean, we go in and go, here, let's just send Demings over and let him rebuild and reshape Japan. Sure.
Not exactly sowing Carthage with salt.
Yeah, not exactly. There was that movie, was it The Mouse That Roared, where the whole premise was some small country was poor and not doing very well, so they deliberately tried to attack the United States just to immediately lose because they were hoping to be rebuilt.
Part of the Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, I do recommend it. It is a bit salty, but I'm a bit salty, and I find real history that's kind of not hagiography sort of stuff to be kind of interesting. Let's see, what else was I going to show you? So speaking of history, when I was a kid, now this might be new for you Canadian folks, and it's probably a little too new for SkepTok, but we used to have this thing called Schoolhouse Rock. And I know I've shown some of the Schoolhouse Rock. So there's one on Manifest Destiny that they did, which I'm just going to play because it's really entertaining, and I like the end of it a lot. So hopefully we won't get copy struck. We'll see how it goes, but I'm going to actually play it without interrupting or causing any stuff, and let's just see how this goes. Cool.
Sound.
No sound.
No sound? Oh, well.
There we go.
So technical excellence is just the just happening and just great.
One thing you will discover when you get next to one another is everybody needs some elbow room, elbow room. It's nice when you're kind of cozy, but not when you're tangled nose to nosy. Oh, everybody needs some elbow, needs a little elbow room. That's how it was in the early days of the USA. The people kept coming to settle, though the East was the only place there was to go. The president was Thomas Jefferson. He made a deal with Napoleon. How'd you like to sell a mile or two?
Or 3 or 100 or 1,000.
And so in 1803 the Louisiana Territory was sold to us without a fuss and gave us lots of elbow room. Oh, elbow room, elbow room. Got to get us some elbow room. It's the West or bust. In God we trust. There's a new land out there. Lewis and Clark volunteered to go. Goodbye, good luck, wear your overcoat. They prepared for good times and for bad, and for bad. They hired Sacagawea to be their guide. She led them all across the countryside, reached the coast, and found the most elbow room we've ever had. The way was opened up for folks with bravery. There were plenty of fights to win land rights, but the West was meant to be. It was a manifest destiny. The trappers, traders, and the peddlers, the politicians and the settlers, they got there by any way they could. The gold rush trampled down the wilderness, the railroads spread across from east to west, and soon the rest was opened up for good. And now we jet from east to west, goodbye New York, hello LA. But it took those early folks to open up the way. Now we've got a lot of room to be growing from sea to shining sea. Guess that we have got our elbow room, elbow room. But if there should ever come a time when we're crowded up together, I'm sure we'll find some elbow room up on the moon. Oh, elbow room, elbow room. Got to get us some elbow room. It's no bust. In God we trust. There's a new land up there.
Let's unpack what we just saw. We glossed over a lot of stuff. They took like the hostilities with the natives and just showed like somebody getting their hat hit with like one of those suction cup arrow things.
Yeah.
and implied that we're gonna like conquer space when we get too crowded. That was the other thing we're gonna do.
It'll be easy.
It's all totally easy.
Oh
yeah, Manifest Destiny.
Our Manifest Destiny.
Manifest Destiny. Really, it's just I just need a little elbow room. You know, I need to feel free. It's like why I wear boxers instead of briefs.
Yeah, I kept thinking I need a little Lebensraum.
Yeah. So when I was a kid, this is the shit that they would basically feed us. You know, not the most nuanced view of history, but not fundamentally wrong. And I do like the part where we take over the moon when we run out of space. That part's pretty cool. I know that Functional made a noise when that happened. You like that part, right? So first the moon, then the asteroids, then Mars,
Io, Titan.
then we just build like satellite
Europa.
farms around Jupiter because there's hardly any radiation there. That's fine, right?
Well, Jupiter's moons, but yeah.
Why in the hell would you build a farm around Jupiter? That doesn't even make any sense. I mean, I love the show, don't get me wrong, but that's just silly.
Maybe? I don't know. Like, where else are you going to build farms?
Where there's sunlight, so you don't have to like artificially
there is
light them. Yeah, it's extremely weak.
But, well, they had orbital mirrors that focused it. I mean, safe real estate, areas of the solar system that aren't just going to outright like nuke you as a human meat bag are very few and far between. Some of those moons on the far side, you will not just immediately get irradiated to death. And yeah,
that's a feature I like. When I'm looking for a place to go, I like not having instant death.
Yeah. Like a lot of these places that people would think, oh, you know, Jupiter's got like 300 moons. Yeah, but like 299 of them, you're just gonna die from all kinds of radiation. Even if you could build something on the surface of one of these, you couldn't survive there. So that's why people, when they talk about this type of stuff, you know, the talking heads, they talk about places like the moon and Mars because they're relatively safe from radiation that would just completely destroy us. We'd still need to have shielding and everything because there's no atmosphere, magnetosphere, whatever. But you know, first things first, like let's put a structure down on there and then we'll worry about surviving.
Assassin's like they say Manifest Destiny like it's a bad thing. Spoiler, it ain't. Hey, I still think that a bunch of people need to give Joseph McCarthy a real apology because, yeah, no, there's nothing particularly wrong with the idea that, hey, you know, we're awesome and there's all these resources and maybe we should use them. Maybe we're not like self-loathing. Maybe we should. Maybe someday, if things actually warm up on the planet, you guys can extend further north. I mean, there's a huge amount of Canada that's just not really occupied, is it? Isn't that the case? It's you guys are mostly in that 100-mile band down by there. I mean, hashtag not all.
Yeah. 80% is just like right here, along the border. But there's plenty of space up north that you can, like middle Ontario, middle Manitoba, middle Quebec. Like they just don't build there, but you could just overnight pop up a city and people would be like, hey, this is awesome, there's room. I don't know why we don't.
So I did a bad thing. So Sora, you'll like this. So you know how this falls in the am I the asshole sort of category.
Okay.
There's this,
the answer is always
there's this very overweight person who lives somewhere near my place up in Silicon Valley. And I noticed that he was getting Popeye's fried chicken delivered.
Cool.
And I thought, okay, this is not really what this young man needs. It's it's a problem. It's like, it's hard not to be judgmental about stuff like that. I kind of want what's best for the guy. I don't want to beat him up, but I think all this food delivery stuff has kind of gotten a little out of hand, don't you? Sora's going to say no.
If I say yes, it would be hypocritical.
Oh, it's definitely become an enabling sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like pot deliveries, food deliveries, alcohol deliveries.
I've never used one of those services.
Yeah. I did. Well, there's a place that I like to get Mexican food from where if I go there, there's a good chance I'm going to die. I don't feel particularly guilty about ordering DoorDash from that place. Because I literally might just get killed if I go there. It's in a really, really, really bad neighborhood. And they're always really good to me. They like give me free dessert and they don't charge a lot of money and the food's really good, but I don't want to die, so I DoorDash it. But other than that, I try to actually get off my ass and go pick food up. If somebody's going to cook for me, the least I can do is go get it.
That's right.
But this is just my opinion. I know there's exceptions to that rule, like, you know, you're sick, you're whatever, and it certainly has a case. But there's people who, I just was worried about this young man who's just, I mean, he's like very, very, very morbidly obese and having Popeye's chicken delivered. And it kind of makes me sad.
It is sad in general, but, you know, if something were to happen, you're not paying for his medical care, so.
You know,
not to be callous about it.
Dr. Darwin would say, shh, this is how it works.
No, but it's just like, what are you going to do?
Yeah, what am I going to do?
You observe it, it's, you know, you're like, well, I'm sorry. You don't know what's going on through his head. You don't know if it's due to depression, to not wanting to.
You don't know how he values existence. Maybe he thinks so much of eating fried chicken that his life without fried chicken is not life worth living.
Yeah.
There are people like that. They're different from you and I.
Well, on a happier note here, talk about presidents. So this person in the New York Post said, Ulysses S. Grant's kin say ex-pres would be proud of America at 250 years, pluralistic and ethnically diverse. And so this one response was, Ulysses S. Grant would shoot you right in your faggot face if he wasn't too pissed drunk to see straight. Good God. Perfect. You tricked me into using the F word. Functional. Are you proud of me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
I'm gay.
Why?
You are
You
gay.
are gay.
You're gay.
Still need to get the soundboard working. Okay. Yeah. That was a thing. Let's see. Here's a product for you, Sora.
Oh.
Have you seen that? It's like a little wand you put your credit card in so you can buy things.
Yeah, it's called.
But you don't get do you have a magic wand that you put your card in?
No.
You just pretend.
That is easier to summon to steal your card out of your hand.
That's right. Now your card is mine.
It's cute.
It is cute. Let's see.
I like this trend of people that you see it more online. I've seen it on like Instagrams, like add more whimsy to your life.
Yeah.
You know? This is whimsy.
Well, that's sort of the whole thing about 3D printing, which I guess California is now going the way of New Jersey, and they're going to start nanny stating our 3D printers so that we can't produce pew-pew components or something. It's so freaking tiresome.
You have to register your printer.
Or something. I don't know. I haven't looked at the details. I don't have a printer. So, and I don't know much about it.
Print job approved by the state.
Yeah. Mother, may I print this life-saving component that we use at the hospital? That's actually a thing. We covered that about a year ago. This
request over. Yeah.
This one doctor got a 3D printer out and started printing replacement parts for something for a fraction of the cost.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's fine.
Unbelievable. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Just trying to find something, and I can't find it because Harry's network went out, so he wasn't able to organize the spreadsheet. Oh, here we are. So here's a 3D printing thing. This is stupid, but I love it.
Oh, yes, this guy. This is great.
This is great.
I love him so much.
I don't know. It's like I'm not really into pop music. I'm not really into a lot of stuff. But that even that weird version of that song is just kind of like, you know, if you don't start involuntarily moving a little bit, you might be dead inside. I don't know. It's not quite Earth, Wind, and Fire good, but it's definitely
it moves.
You'd say it's a vibe, or it has a vibe out. Yeah.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe. Okay. I hope this doesn't stop his ability to make stupid shit on his 3D printer. How much of a pain in the ass would that be to make functional? How much filament? I mean, is this like days worth of work and hundreds of dollars for the filament, or is this relatively cheap?
No, filament's stupid cheap.
Okay. And why are people whining about recycling filament then? Because they love the planet that much, or because there's some people that are really.
But there's people who do recycle. I think I've seen people like can also make your own filament with plastic bottles.
Mm-hmm.
There's like this machine that you slice it up and you thread it, kind of like weaving yarn. Really cool.
But why though?
Obviously, it won't be the quality. So depending on what you make, it won't be dealing with pre-recycled plastic and whatever. But if you're using that just to like run mock-ups of prints, I think that's a good way to do it.
I really love Schoolhouse Rock. I don't know.
Yeah, because filament's just plastic. It's just spools of plastic thread, and it's it's not the greatest top quality plastic. You can get some good qualities, but it wouldn't really do anything. There's also Kevlar plastic.
Ooh.
So when you're printing off components to like make suits of armor or whatever, you can actually make it with this plastic Kevlar composite, and it actually is stupidly strong. Free every weekend.
Yeah.
The resin printers, which have a lot more higher resolution prints, because it's not extruding plastic, it's literally curing resin with lasers and shit and UV. But the resin is actually expensive because first of all, it's toxic, and second, it's not recyclable, so it's pretty expensive stuff, and it takes a lot to process, unlike these plastics.
Mm-hmm. Good job, White House.
Wait, what's the proposed community note? What the hell?
Oh, is there?
I said.
I signed up as a reviewer, and I'm not sure if I click that if I'm going to do something that's going to make me unhappy.
Yeah,
so I probably shouldn't do that. It's like
I just think it would be funny.
Yeah, it would be funny.
Wait.
It's always funny when Harry doxes himself.
No, I meant the community note is probably funny.
Maybe. Let me see. Maybe.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's funny. Patriotism means to stand by the country, not the president, Theodore Roosevelt. The prejudice in favor of one's own government rises as much. Like, shut up. Never explain a joke. You've already failed. You don't understand. And yeah, it's serious, but it's also kind of a joke. It's also a slogan, so don't worry about it. You were mentioning the soccer stuff, Sora. What the hell's going on with some of these weird tiny countries getting ideas about winning games they're not supposed to win? Wasn't it like Cape Verde that almost beat Argentina?
Verde. Oh my God! It hurt my heart that they didn't that they lost against Portugal, but it was very good.
So is the Argentinian team like half like tall Aryan looking guys?
Not really.
have they finally bred most of the Nazi DNA out of their population?
I think that might be going over some people's head.
Yeah, well, hey, you remember the Falklands conflict? They would show pictures of the commanders, going against the English, and they were all these tall Aryan-looking sons of bitches.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah, nothing to see here.
Nothing to see there.
So I don't think that I don't know why my voice went up an octave there. I don't think that most people hate America. I think there's a certain group of people, the self-hating people who just hate things for the sake of hating things that hate America. But I think, honestly, at least 50% of the world is probably pretty on board with us. I don't get,
they all want to move there.
Yeah. I think most of the time people are a little bitter about us being the world hegemon, but generally people are glad that it's us and not somebody else.
Everybody is resentful of the king of the hill.
Yeah.
Everyone always is. No matter how big a friend they say they are, they resent that they aren't number one.
Well, which
human condition.
Yeah. Well, funny you should mention that.
Segue.
Here's Charles Barkley talking about Caitlin.
Did you ever think you'd be on Inside the NBA talking about the WNBA protecting somebody from violence?
No, I thought man, these girls getting ready to hit the lottery. I mean, this is a great time to be a woman in the WNBA. Caitlin, what she's done for the game the last couple of years, she is a shining star. I didn't think she was going to have to worry about all this petty nonsense that's going on. And it's really unfortunate because she's bringing so much notoriety to the game. I watched more college basketball in the last 2 years. Women-wise, I have my entire life. They act like she didn't earn it. They're like, well, she's only getting this shine because she's white. Is race a factor? Yes, race is a factor, but her resume speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think? I don't know if it's just that there's people in the WNBA, because of course not all black people are like this, but there's this whole ghetto thing. Maybe there's people, more than one person in the WNBA who's got that ghetto thing and they just don't like white people. Maybe there's people that don't like her because they think that she's getting attention that she doesn't deserve because of her skin color.
There's several cultural forces at play here.
It's a complicated thing that all results in her getting beaten up and people
she gets resented, and the beating up is just the reflection of that resentment. The important thing is the resentment and why she's resented.
Well,
she's resented because she's amazing,
and why she's not
literally is Larry Bird,
and why she's not or Tiger Woods. Those are the two obvious examples. But it's gotten to the point where it's escaped sports people and reached sort of normie people. Okay, so here's a thing I did not expect to see here. Let's load that. If you're going to load, open link. Thank you.
Most Americans don't care about women's basketball. We do here in Connecticut, University of Connecticut, women's, Gino Auriemma. All my kids went to UConn, so it's kind of a religion in the state. But few things, she did really, for whatever reason, she has revived this sport. She's straight, she's white, she is Catholic. I think she's not religious, but she's somewhat religious. So she's anathema to much of this league, which is black, lesbian, and I guess irreligious. But nevertheless, when she came to town, she was putting butts in the seats. They were filling out the arenas. So, right, you called her the Golden Goose. That's
152 players in the WNBA.
Yeah, and this is Victor Davis Hanson, a guy who I've recommended unconditionally many times in the past, but not about sports. It's even reached the point where Victor Davis Hanson is talking about Caitlin.
Yeah.
I sat down, and I've told you that I had dealings with an ABL team before the WNBA was created. I've actually professionally worked with two professional female sports franchises, so I'm no stranger to the kind of stuff that goes on in this kind of industry. And I hadn't really taken the time to sort of watch Caitlin. I mean, I knew she was really good, but I actually spent some time just looking at her style of gameplay before the show, so I wasn't completely talking out of my ass. And oh my God, her fundamentals are so good. She has basketball IQ, which is a thing that
Harry,
they talk about.
I've been watching the WNBA and women's college basketball seriously for the last 4 years, assiduously. I assure you, she is a standard deviation beyond.
Oh yeah,
I mean, order of magnitude better than the other players at her position, or really any position.
Well, Jennifer Azzi was very, very, very good, but you can add a couple extra varies for Caitlin. I mean, the way her fundamentals are so incredible. She'll have the ball, she'll be dribbling with her right hand, not just running down and not being called like in the men's division, right? In the NBA. She'll actually be doing things the way you're supposed to. She'll be dribbling, and somebody will try to take the ball out of her right hand, and then she'll pass it behind her the way you're supposed to, and like object permanence stops functioning, and the person in front of her is like, I don't see it, the ball's disappeared, it must no longer exist. Oops, oh, it's in Caitlin's left hand. And then she's passing it to Sophie, and then Sophie's passing it to another person on the Fever, and then they're like scoring. It is actually pretty damn entertaining to watch.
But her basketball IQ, as you said, is off the charts.
And I've heard people use basketball IQ before, for decades, because I have some friends that are really, really into basketball. And I've had these conversations with them, and one or two of them actually went with me to see ABL games. When we'd go see the games and then meet up with the people in the league afterward. And it's like her basketball IQ is insane. She's such a good player, and I don't mean to just blow sunshine up Caitlin Clark's skirt, but I mean, she is really that good.
Yeah, and the problem that the only reason the Fever don't really dominate the crap out of that league, and I mean just become the New York Yankees of that league, is because they don't play defense. Because Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey do not play defense. And the only ones trying to play defense, Caitlin Clark is not as great on defense as she is on offense. She can be, but the only one who's really a little ball of hate on that defensive side is Sophie Cunningham.
Yeah. There we go. Behind the back.
Yep.
Pass. Score. That's the way the game's supposed to work, right? Just like that. Except in the NBA, what you see is like 8-foot-tall mutants alley-ooping and not getting. Well, they don't call the fouls on these guys. If you're a big enough player in the NBA, they don't even call your fouls half the time.
No.
Yeah.
And the other thing, in the NBA, those guys can clear half the court, one half of the court, in 2 steps. I've seen them do it.
Yeah.
It is the court is way too small for the men now, but it's perfect size for the women.
Yeah.
It's great fun to watch this stuff. Tactically, they have some very sophisticated pick and switch plays. Really interesting to watch if you're really into basketball, which I really truly am.
Yeah, but seeing Caitlin Clark get basically punched in the neck, and then they give the person who call it. Yeah, they gave the person they basically later got humiliated into giving the person who did that a 1-day suspension, and now Caitlin
an F1.
Yeah, now Caitlin is running off and going to see her own doctors and going around the team doctors to get independently evaluated because she's not getting the support in any way, shape, or form from the fever on this whole thing. It's bad enough that even normies are starting to get annoyed. Me and Victor Davis Hanson have now noticed the problem. That's how far the problem has diffused into the general population. I think we know what somebody being treated unfairly looks like.
Yep.
And it's really kind of galling. Not that it's the most important thing, in the news right now, but I figured I'd bring it up. Anybody else want to say something about this before we move on?
I just love. I think it's Sophie, the one who did the point.
Yeah.
And the opposite, whoever that person was, lost her ever-loving mind, and it is the funniest clip. Like, I've shared it at work, and we love her so much. It's just so funny. You just trigger with a little wiggle and point. You triggered to a physical attack. That woman was going for her eyeballs if she was not held back.
We all need a friend like Sophie.
Learn like you have no self-control, emotional control. You're not I don't want to say I'm going to say something that's not right, but how do you get to that point in your life where that will trigger you? Great.
I want to know where these cute girls came from because they're not supposed to be in the NBA.
Yeah, they're so pretty.
And they're not lesbians.
Sophie is kind of a smoke show.
Victor David Hanson's completely right. There's no I don't know. Maybe it's intentional. Maybe they wanted some better looking
and what's that term? PSYOP? Maybe
PSYOP, yeah.
Did you say PSYOP like THIGH?
PSYOP.
PSYOP.
A PSYOP. That's where you spin thoughts into the PSYOP.
A thought op?
No, did you actually say thiop, or did I just mishear it?
No, psyop. Sorry.
Okay. Well, it's funnier my way, but anyway. Well, I think so. Nobody else does. Sorry, Functional. Go ahead.
If you think about it, they've gotten some better looking females. They've had this controversy between I forget her name, but the one who keeps beating up Caitlin or trying to beat her up on the court or whatever.
Angel Reese.
Angel Reese, that's it.
She is an angry woman.
And it's caused, people to pay attention. And it's well, in this life, I don't trust anything to be just chance or happenstance. It might be a PSYOP.
And Reese is a really talented player. That's a shame that's happening. I love this.
I love
Look, I love it when she cuts her eyes to the side.
Yeah. She has she put a lot of emotion into that finger. It's kind of amazing and terrifying at the same time.
I like it.
You know how Functional hates AI? You do hate AI, right?
No.
So I apologize in advance. Okay, you hate AI slop. So before we forget about the World Cup thing, I just want to show you this little bit of AI from the whole World Cup because it amused me.
No. Let's run Operation Epic Balls of Fury. Guys, please don't suck.
Maybe Michael can sub in.
What?
Okay, first up we have the GOAT.
Ah! He gets hit in the face! Unbelievable, what a shot!
I just like watching Gavin Newsom get hit in the face.
Okay, we got Sleepy Joe up next and eating ice cream.
Oh, and he whiffs it! He completely misses the ball!
Incredible moves by Fat JD. Here comes the meme legend.
Face shot! Face shot again!
I just can't see Gavin Newsom get hit in the face with a soccer ball enough times.
Unbelievable! Let's go!
Next, we have the first gay president. What was that?
You know what? I'll just do it myself.
Uh-oh, looks like Pretty Boy is mad.
Again to the dome! His brain is hanging on.
Yeah, who needs CO2 limits? Who needs energy savings? Who needs the Amazon rainforest? Just pave it all over, fill it with graphics cards, and just keep making AI movies of Gavin Newsom getting hit in the face with soccer balls. Yeah,
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, it's fine. This is the best timeline. Okay. Sorry if things are a little fragmented. Somebody didn't have time to organize the spreadsheet. Let's see. Click off the Caitlin Clark thing. Yeah, I actually am kind of pissed off on her behalf about that. It's stupid.
It should be.
That's
unfair. What's that?
Here you go. Here's a little Ronald Reagan July 4th humor.
Well.
Okay, it'd be nice if it made noise. Hold on.
True eyewitness to most of the history of our country. It was George Burns who told Betsy Ross, "Personally, I feel the pattern's a little busy. But let's run it up the flagpole and see if anyone salutes it."
God, Reagan was so damn smooth.
He had good writers, too.
He had good writers, but he could actually deliver the damn lines.
Yes, he was an actor's actor.
I mean, he wasn't like Henry Fonda good at acting, but the guy knew what he wanted to say. He actually believed in the shit coming out of his mouth.
Yep.
So he wasn't just an empty vessel into which you pour teleprompter stuff like Sleepy Joe. There's plenty of photos of him sitting on a plane, reading National Review and having like substantial conversations with people about topics and policy and all that sort of stuff. So Reagan was not an empty vessel. He was not an idiot by any stretch of the imagination. But I see guys like him and Bill Clinton and a number of other presidents they were so smooth in terms of being able to deliver stuff. And Trump's just kind of all over the place. He's just, angry grandpa, which is fine. I'm enjoying this particular version.
He's reasserting American hegemony kind of and some economic hegemony that people aren't commenting about, but kind of interesting that's happening behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Positioning us, for, as in his mind, winning, which unfortunately sometimes comes at the expense of alliances and things like that. But interesting times ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, in terms of, you heard about this thing about temporary protected status for the Haitians. And the Supreme Court said, yeah, temporary means temporary. And the president actually has leeway to sort of send people back.
So why?
Yeah. Here was a response here's a little clip from MSNBC that I just boggles the mind.
Former president of the American Immigration Lawyers Association. So thank you for joining us. But what we do hear from many Haitians is that Haitians, as well as migrants from Syria and up to 11 other countries, they are right now afraid for their future following the Supreme Court's 6-3 TPS decision. What are immigration lawyers telling people currently with temporary protection status? That's the first question. And does the Supreme Court's decision leave open the possibility they could stay at all?
So I think they could stay if this administration would sort of say they understand what the conditions are in Haiti and just extend it. That's something that we've seen very clear in this government. TPS can be extended at any time from the government.
Yeah. First option is for President Trump to have some mercy. It kind of feels like the left is up on the ropes on this one. If they're waiting for Trump to just change his mind.
They're out of ideas. They don't have any cards to play.
Yeah, they don't. I found another one of their top people talking about this situation, so prepared to be amazed at the level of depth that the Democratic Party brings to bear.
They are terrorized. Haitian nationals. This is cruelty, this is inhumane, and this is a death sentence. Because we already know the consequences. Because in Haiti, there's open warfare and rape.
Yeah, we can't send Haitians back to Haiti because apparently Haiti is just such a terrible place that you wouldn't want to send anybody there. And remember, there's an imaginary line to that island. On the other side of it, everything's fine. Mm-hmm. What's the country on the other side of the line?
Republic.
It's the Dominican Republic. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with the Dominican Republic. Why is Haiti such a shithole? And if it's because of something that is going on
50 miles away, Santo Domingo is a resort.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, at a certain point, why is Haiti our problem?
Exactly.
It seems like they could, if they just had the will, they could fix the problem themselves, couldn't they?
Well, I mean, part of the reason that Dominican Republic is still nice, and in a relative sense to Haiti, is that they militantly maintain a strong border and kill any Haitian who tries to come across.
Well, shouldn't Haitians be able to go wherever they want and have freedom of migration and get immediate financial support when they go to the Dominican Republic?
Not in the French Dominicans' opinion. Their opinion is they have a right to their own country and fuck everybody else.
Do they know that makes them racist? Because here in the United States, we have a different way of handling things.
Yeah, they said tant pis. Typical Gallic shrug.
But what's going on with this woman, this representative here? Why is she wearing that stupid hat? And why, I don't know. The Democrats are really not very impressive. Their talent pool is very, very thin.
Very thin. If you're even considering AOC for a serious position of any kind, first of all, why? What qualification has she ever shown, or even shown having the ambition to go get?
I guess supposedly she was a bartender. I'd be curious how many recipes from Mr. Boston's she could actually do from memory. I could see her reaching into a bucket full of ice water with some White Claws in it and handing them to people, but I'm not sure she's even smart enough to be a bartender. Not like a good bartender.
She would never be the kind of bartender that you admire. The guy who, throwing the shot glass in the air, flipping it 3 times, grabbing it, and filling it with a flourish, and doing all the fast moves that the cocktail meisters learn. That's pretty entertaining. She will never be that. She literally does not have enough gray matter to develop skills to do that.
Let's do that again. Okay. Oh.
I just realized what that was.
Yeah. Oh, God. I'm sorry.
Why does the ceiling bird chirp?
Yeah. Got to feed the ceiling bird.
Music in some quarters.
So I was thinking this was a serious article until I realized it was a joke, and I was going to make fun of it. Tips for keeping your kids very, 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 very safe this summer. And I was going to make fun of it because I come from the drink from the hose generation. Get on my bicycle, ride it to the next town generation, by myself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're 10.
Yeah. I'm just going to get on my bike and just go somewhere. Yeah. There was a period in my life where I was riding to school every morning, 7 miles with like this dangerous underpass and all sort of stuff. It's fine. Didn't even have a bike helmet, just riding a 10-speed I put together myself because I felt it was better than riding the stupid bus. Anyway. And then there was that baked potato, the one that kept me warm on the way to school in the snow, and I'd eat it for lunch. So they have some great ideas here. Limit children's sun exposure between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Children should watch YouTube or text during peak sun hours. Discourage children from moving rapidly when they see insects. Movement encourages insects to bite. If an insect alights on your child's arm or leg, remove that limb. Do not let your children dive. Do not let your children lift anything heavier than a wet towel. Touch your toddler at all times to check body temperatures. Touch your child's wrist at all times to check for a pulse. Use softer than standard baseballs and safety release bases to reduce baseball-related injuries. There you go. Use charades to pantomime football plays to reduce the possibility of concussions. Avoid dressing your child in bright colors or flowery prints. Choose clothes that cover your child's shoulders, arms, fingers, legs, and face. Sweat and body heat bring on the bugs. Bathe the kids before heading out and try to keep them calm. Give your children sedatives at breakfast and as needed throughout the day. Check out a camp's play equipment for cracks and dents. Check out whether your child's day camp is located at a federal prison. Make sure your children come inside after 30 minutes of play for 15 minutes of water and snacks. Yeah, it goes on for a while. They have a lot of really great ideas there. Stay away from very cold drinks. They cause cramps. Serve popsicles at room temperature. Yeah, sure, why not? And then the real life, which really isn't that much different. Over 200,000 boaters warned over new kill switch law, and it threatens with $500 fines. Because this is what we do. We threaten people with $500 fines for everything. In almost all of California right now, even the supposed safe and sane fireworks are not allowed. In all of Santa Clara County, there is one town, not in the unincorporated Santa Clara County or any town except for Gilroy, are you allowed to have any kind of fireworks, even the legal ones.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because you can never be too safe. So, let's see. I can't remember which stupid state it is. Starting July 1st.
Wrote a book about that.
Yeah, boat owners with certain vessels are ordered to upgrade their setups or face a $500 fine. The Indiana Department of Natural Resources said putting a kill switch in a boat should come as naturally as wearing a life jacket. We're expecting you to wear it, especially since the law is so new this year. Our goal is to educate and make it aware to the public. Yes, there are times when something will happen to somebody operating a boat and they will pass out or they will fall out of the boat or whatever. And then that boat goes around in circles and we all laugh. Do we really need to put kill switches in all of these motorboats? I mean, is this really a good use of our time and money?
Yes.
Oh,
Because
okay.
It happens all the time.
It does.
So a high percentage of these boats.
Yeah.
Others just fall over right up, gone.
Well, I mean, there might be children swimming or wading by the side of the shore, and an out-of-control boat could hit a child.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. I think they should probably also put a breathalyzer thing on it, so you can't even start the outboard motor unless every 15 minutes you blow into it to prove that you're not intoxicated.
I think that's a fine idea.
Maybe it should administer some sort of quiz to make sure you're not using the devil's lettuce as well. Like some sort of cognitive test. It's like it's like your outboard motor becomes. It's like the Sphinx. It just keeps riddling you. Yeah. What's on 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the afternoon, and 3 legs at night? Shut up, Sphinx. Nobody asked you to do this.
It's adaptive.
Yeah.
It finds your weaknesses. Quizzes you further.
Okay. God. Okay, let me cue up the Why Are You Gay? Let's see, they need this. Okay, I've got that ready. And now I'm going to play this.
Canada is already the 3rd largest exporter of music on the planet. And you can see from what we've already heard this morning, we're about to get bigger. And there's another reason we're about to get bigger, because I'm pleased to announce that Canada will be joining the next Eurovision Song Competition.
What?
Why are you gay? Who says I'm gay?
It's all the gay psyop of making Canadians amenable to joining the EU.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna happen.
That's gay.
Stupid.
And not the good kind of gay either.
Yeah, not good gay.
Yeah. It's like the cringy, embarrassing kind of
Cringe
gay.
gay. Right, exactly. This is cringe gay.
Yeah. This isn't like I'm one of the world's best poets, or, you know, I wrote a song about rockets. You know, I'm Elton John. I've got like sparkly glasses. I'm gonna sing about rockets.
Exactly.
It's not like the good kind of gay. It's just the cringy kind of gay.
This is the South Park gay.
Yeah.
Gay?
Gay.
He's not gay. He's just gay bone.
No, he's just
Wait,
making
right.
Canada extra weird. Okay, so Canadians, how do you feel about this? Is this going to be fun? Or am I just being an asshole?
No, mostly
it's terrible and stupid, and I'm not paying attention
China
to it.
is asshole.
Most Canadian music's crap, and it only gets airplay because the government forces them to play it. There's legislation that says like you have to you listen to X amount, even on the internet now. They're pushing it out.
Listen, I like quite a bit of, especially like pop in this country. I think it's a lot of fun. But just so you know, the state of how crazy they are here. We had a local band, had really fun pop punk music for a very long time. The lead singer goes through a multi-year, like to the Supreme Court of Canada case regarding raping someone, multiple someone.
Wow.
At no point was there really concrete evidence. In fact, the couple of the girls who were allowed to remain anonymous, allowed to not even testify their story, came out that, oh, they just fabricated it, or they were just they just wanted to be part of the drama or whatever. I think they thought they were going to get a payout. But still, at least one, it was determined that force was used during a sexual relationship. Okay? I won't go into more details of that, even though there was no clear whatever. Because of all of this that was going on around personal life, all radio stations basically scrubbed the music away. They refused to play any of this band's music, never comes back up in the lexicon. They were erased from existence because of the legal trouble this guy's going. And he's in jail now. Like, he unfortunately got convicted. I still think it was done. He just got unlucky. And he was used as a symbol. White man, whatever, this, that, and the whole thing around it is very suspect. But this is this is Canada. They're like, oh, okay, we're gonna just scrub you. None of your colleagues who had nothing to do with anything, they no longer have a career. Nobody gets a career. This is how they control. And this was they removed all their music and the ability to play that before any conviction. It was just at the first instance of there was any whisper and someone's taking him to jail, or sorry, to court over this. There had been no day in court yet, even when they took everything off the air. So to hear this bullshit about going to Eurovision or anything like that, fuck that. It's just such bread and circus crap. Boils the blood. I hate them.
And it's ironic because you know how many allegations of inappropriateness JT faced and was quashed every time because that's the power of government. And Carney's wife, our current PM Carney, his wife was good friends with Ghislaine Maxwell. Like good friends. There's plenty of photos of them hanging out and partying and all this other stuff. A couple photos of him, but like I'm not going to take the photos at, a photo could mean anything. Like we've seen with other people who have been, they accuse, oh, this person was in the Epstein list or whatever. It's like, no, powerful people, rich people, they go to these functions. But like his wife was constantly on vacation with Ghislaine at beaches, doing this, doing that. So they had plenty of business dealings. So there is more than just a couple photos there. And I mean, it's so ironic that this is the state of Canada, and yet our last two PMs seem to have, can't say if it's true, but there's, the appearance of impropriety. So if you're going to silence any kind of investigation, I think that just gives more credence than takes away from the allegations.
Seems like more smoke. Got to be some fire.
Yeah. Harry?
Oh, sorry. It helps when I don't mute myself.
I was wondering.
we had a
I have important things to say, God damn it. You're silencing me. Nobody cares what I have to say. Okay, so this was reported in Palo Alto, in terms of the false allegation stuff. So at Stanford, reported sexual assault of jogger in March did not happen. Okay, so there was a false report. That's not really the big headline. This same person, this is the second one they've investigated. So they've made 2 false reports about a sexual assault that have turned out to be false. And they at a certain point, when do you stop investigating or start locking somebody up so you don't have to deal with this sort of stuff? This is absolutely terrible that somebody would do something like this, because this hurts real victims. This makes people naturally say what, maybe it's false. We should live in a world where that's never a question that we have to ask, but here we are.
Yeah.
Hashtag believe all women. Well, apparently not this one.
Yeah.
Because she's now lied twice about this.
They are human beings, just like the men
same
are.
one.
Yeah, the same woman.
That's
Stanford's Department of Public Safety conducted a thorough investigation into a reported assault on March 29th at the intersection of Santa Ynez Street and Mayfield Avenue, a quiet residential area south of campus. Fantastic neighborhood, by the way. However, the department said its investigators concluded that the assault never occurred. Okay, and then they go through all this stuff here, did not occur based on strong evidence. Okay. Let's see, where's the thing where she talks about the fact that, let's see, the woman described the suspect as darker skinned with brown eyes, yada, yada, yada. So, yeah, so she's reported 2 of them. I can't remember where it was, but she reported another one earlier, which was similarly discounted. This woman needs help, some kind of intervention.
Yeah.
Or 24-hour video monitoring or something.
And it's proven that she lied?
It's proven that it didn't happen, and she claimed that it did. I mean, define proof. Don't let's not go full Karl Popper on this, but it's basically it seems pretty obvious that she lied about this.
Sorry?
It seems pretty obvious that she lied about this.
Seems pretty obvious. So that like all the claims that she made are there's nothing at all to substantiate them.
Yeah.
In fact, there might be evidence to the contrary. I think that you do time for the crime you just accuse someone else of doing.
Yeah.
Especially something as heinous as that, which even the claims ruin men's lives. And even if somebody's, found completely not not guilty of any of these crimes, they will still follow people around, and it's bad. We need to start disincentivizing this type of behavior, because it's not the first time, and it's not going to be the last time until we start doing something about it, I think.
Yeah. And when people do actually do these things, they need to be very, very, very severely punished.
Yeah, and maybe have in the interim have them do the time that would normally be served. But like I would say, they spend a year in jail or something.
Yeah, see, these rocks make them smaller.
About something, and it doesn't have to be, it could be, it doesn't have to be SA, but it could be other forms of crimes that, again, you can turn around and look. Okay, all your claims, none of it adds up. In fact, there's quite enough here to dictate to show that you were probably lying about all this. Now you have to go into the court system, and the prosecution has to prove that you were lying, and that it's provable that you could lie, and then they do some time for it. This is getting out of hand.
So you're a Deep Space Nine fan, as I recall.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is supposedly a letter that was sent to Paramount Pictures Corporation. So Paramount Pictures Corporation, TV division, Deep Space Nine, stupid address. To whom it may concern, I'm writing to express my grave disappointment with your new show, Deep Space Nine. Your public relations campaign promised DS9 to be a super action, shoot 'em up, wham bam, thank you ma'am, sci-fi extravaganza, much more exciting than your other slow-paced TV show, The Next Generation. DS9's premiere turned out to be a cold-cod, dull-witted, snail-paced, pseudo-psychological pile of turtle snot. The following episodes turned out to be just as bad. Where's the action? Where's the phasers? Where's the neat weapons, the sex, the blood, and the hand-to-hand combat that should be oozing from every single pore of DS9's cold metallic frame? I want explosions. I want slime. I want alien sex. I demand alien sex. The show's lead character, whom you snagged from a man called Hawk, has action in his blood. You can see it in his eyes. He's ready to explode. Don't let him go to waste. He wants to pile drive some nasty Klingons, stab him between the eyes with green crystal, then crush his head with a moon crater. Let him do it. Stop being so goddamn uptight. Your show is boring. It sucks. The only thing that's going to save it is Klingon. Sorry, the only thing it's not going to go for is I can't say this sentence. The only thing it's got going for it is Klingon breasts, and those get old fast. Wisen up or give me the lowdown why you can't. God, I hope this is a real letter. This is the kind of enthusiasm you want.
All you had to do was wait. There was plenty of sex. There was plenty of phasers and Cisco kicking ass.
Maybe the reason that happened was because of this letter.
Maybe. That whole Dominion War thing with the Defiant class ships and all that sort of stuff, it definitely tried to get real ass kicking. I mean, it tried.
It did.
You know, the weird thing about Avery Brooks is he's actually a really good actor. When he is acting opposite somebody else who's a good actor, you put him in a room with like another actor who's good, and it's him doing a one-on-one scene. He is exceptionally good. Where he seems to lose the plot is every other type of scene. Have him walking around on the promenade talking to groups of people, and somehow the weird dynamic just doesn't work. He seems way more inspirational in one-on-ones than he does in like addressing groups. Or maybe this is just my imagination, but I really feel like they didn't know how to use him properly because he's a good actor. But you really couldn't tell by a lot of DS9.
I don't know. I think with DS9, there was just something off about the script writing. Never quite got it from.
I blame Jerry Taylor. I think she's a hack. I think Jerry Taylor did no favor to the Berman Pillar.
Right.
Yeah. And I look at what Pillar did with his son, Sean, in shows like The Dead Zone, and I see like this is a really good, well-written, tight show, good action, good pacing, good everything. And I'm like, I wish Deep Space Nine was half as good as The Dead Zone in terms of the writing. But of course, you don't see that because Jerry Taylor is trying to add her little commentary on the human condition.
Absolutely.
You don't really see episodes like the amazing episodes that were written by Harlan Ellison for TOS.
Oh, great point.
I mean, some of those Harlan Ellison TOS episodes go hard. I mean, really hard.
You know, Harlan Ellison was hired, his first job was he was hired by Walt Disney as a writer. Did you know that?
No.
And on his first day at work, this is a true story. Harlan Ellison used to love to tell a story, and there is tape of him telling it. On his first day of work, he went to lunch with Walt and a few of the other people, and he told a dirty joke. Walt got back and fired him.
Well, that's stupid.
Afternoon.
I mean, Harlan Ellison, a little bit of a weird dude, a little bit out there, but that's kind of what you want in a writer. He's very, very creative.
But just not Disney stuff.
He's not Disney material, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh.
Ain't Disney.
Well, this is fun.
My wife talks about doing that as a kid. They used to do that in Mansfield, Texas. They go down to the junkyard and find old sofas and chain it up to the back of her uncle's pickup and drive it around the dump. I'm not joking.
That looks like so much fun.
She said the sleeper sofas were the best because they held up better. They ground down slower.
Love a good sleeper sofa.
You know, they had a lot of steel in them.
Let's see, what about this?
Jethro, also known as Bigfoot. Firework disaster. Oh, look at that. All over the ground. Oh, Jesus, some guys are getting... Oh, it's tragedy.
It's like, he sounds like the Hindenburg disaster, the way the guy's describing it. Oh, the humanity of it all. All those poor fireworks, they never got to realize their full potential. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, good times. Sorry. This actually struck me as kind of being an interesting thing to shift gears very abruptly. So, Hobbit-like humans may have scavenged Komodo dragon leftovers to survive. So, first of all, look at where they're doing this dig. This is where the homonyms, not hominids, I guess homonyms, were found. If you were like some early proto-human and you lived in some sort of rainforest stuff, can you think of a better place to have a camp than whatever the hell this structure is?
No, this is like perfection.
Yeah, I mean,
God made you a pavilion. Here you go.
Yeah, I mean, this would be the thing that you basically have to fight constantly to keep other people from taking your thing.
Exactly correct. This is what you have to fortify.
This is like the best. This is like just the best place to be. Look at this cave. It's got like a great view, nice and open. It's got open concept all the way through. You got great sight lines from the fire where you cook stuff to the living room. It's, yeah, this is pretty great. Anyway, so they talk about this this proto-human Homo florensis. I can't pronounce anything. How do we pronounce this, Skep?
Let me see. I need to make it larger. Hold on.
Yeah, Florensis.
Floresiensis.
Floresiensis. Okay.
Homo floresiensis.
Now, they're only, like I said, their brain's only a little bit bigger than a chimpanzee, and people were thinking that these very early humans, well, proto-humans, had the ability to, that they were cooking food and hunting like big mastodon-like things, and that they were just kicking ass. But they went through and they studied this thing, and they were trying to figure out what was going on, because these guys are pretty early and not really all that much more advanced than chimpanzees. And chimpanzees don't do any of these sort of things. So when they looked into this, what they actually found was by feeding bones to like this island where they were located. The main sort of apex predator here were Komodo dragons. And when Komodo dragons eat things, they leave particularly distinctive marks on the bones of the things being eaten. Mm-hmm. And they found in this cave where they were exploring things, they figured, hey, let's look at what happens in the zoo, in modern zoos. Let's feed stuff to these Komodo dragons and then compare the markings on the bones with what we found in the cave.
Must have been amazing that they were feeding on carrion.
Well, the Komodo dragons don't normally hunt humans. So the theory is that just by being wary, they were sort of going in and like grabbing the leftovers from the Komodo dragons and eating it, and then like taking it back to that bitchin' cave that they had.
Yep.
And the theory that they had previously was that they were actually cooking things, but there's not a burn mark, a scorch mark, any indication of heat ever being applied to any of the bones in this particular cave. So by just doing some common sense, some hard work of digging these things up and applying some common sense to it, this whole little chapter of human history just got potentially rewritten. Obviously, we need more data, but it's so cool that just common sense and a little bit of deduction was enough to change this chapter.
Yes. Yeah.
Which I think is like incredibly cool. Plus, I really like that cave. I want one of those.
I want one. I was going to say that I kind of want to live there, don't you?
I do. I want to like build like a little structure and
hang out.
Yeah, and then, just sort of wander down into the forest and harvest fruit and come back. And that's a really nice cave.
It is.
Yeah, that's pretty bitchin'. It's a lot bigger than my house, so a lot of room.
I love that picture.
Yeah, that's a great picture. I feel like maybe we're fixating on the wrong part of the story. Anyway.
Okay, here's a fun fact, and I just learned this. But if you replace your morning coffee with green tea, you can lose, and I think it's up to 87% of what little joy you had left.
Really?
Sorry. That's not particularly important, but...
I love that. What little joy.
Yeah, well, you can lose 87% of what little joy you had left. So, Sora.
Yes?
I want you to give me your impression of this Ratchet mobile recliner solution and tell me if you think this is good or if it's bad.
This is the most affordable mobile recliner workstation you can easily build at home. All you need is this zero-gravity recliner chair from Amazon Basics, and utility cart, and a laptop clamp. It's very easy to put everything together. You can stay at any angle you want, like sitting,
like this,
slightly reclined, or raise the monitor all the way up to enjoy a movie. Please like and follow for more.
So who needs Herman Miller when you got this?
That is so cool. I like that.
Okay, you think this is good?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. I like the fact that he achieves all of the functionality with no extraneous anything added to it. It is a very minimal solution. I wouldn't go so far as to say it's cool, but it does do all the things it's supposed to do adequately.
It's functional.
It's
like you want comfort. You have everything. The only thing, and I can't tell if he has that video, but I would be worried about disbalancing the cart. So it looks like he has something heavy on it. So as long as you put like a weight on the bottoms, make sure it doesn't disbalance. Pretty good.
Yeah.
And because if you don't put any electronics as your weight, like you said, you have your drinks, you have food, you have everything. It's the ultimate kind of like bed rot, but not in your bed. You can do this outside. Love it.
Yeah. You could get some of those little sandbags you put over the feet of tripods and just put them in the bottom there.
Yes.
Yeah. Good times.
And then what you can get to add to it, because I know they sell this on Amazon, I was looking at them. You can get these clip-on umbrellas for these kind of chairs. So you can add that to it. So you can work outside. And if it is super sunny or something, you can angle that sun umbrella so you're able to see what you're watching. Love it.
Yeah. He could get some tiny speakers like you put next to your monitor, and he could Velcro them to the side of that so that he could have stereo sound when he leans back. Yeah. No zip tie. No, this guy would totally zip tie it. There's no question. Yeah. Totally zip tie the thing. So also for Sora, because I know how you're going to feel about this, Germany changes sick leave policy. We are abolishing sick leave by phone, says Chancellor Merz. Doctor's note required from day one of illness. Look at this. Look at this guy. Doesn't he look fun? Let's make his picture bigger.
Full of joy and laughter, that one.
Yeah. He looks like an incredible
grandfatherly.
He drinks green tea in the morning.
He totally drinks green tea. He probably has green tea suppositories just to get rid of the last 13%. Just why get rid of 87% of your fun when you can just go all the way to 100%? He looks like a not very nice, very unhappy man. I think this is actually kind of terrible. I mean, on the one hand, I'm all in favor of making people do their job. It's one of my favorite things to do. You know, I used to say when I'd see people not do their job, I say, just let me manage them. I'll make sure they do their job or leave. And I took great joy into making people do their job. But at the same time, to make somebody who's sick drag their ass into work and make everybody else sick seems kind of counterproductive. And the whole thing about like doctor's note at day one, how bad is their absenteeism problem that this is their solution?
Fair point.
Yeah, so it's Germany is planning to tighten its sick leave rules as part of a wide-ranging economic reform package unveiled by Councillor Buzzkill.
That must be a terrible problem.
Yeah, under the proposed changes, employers could ask workers to provide a doctor's certificate from the very first day of absence, ending the current practice that allows many employees to stay home sick for up to 3 days without medical proof. The move is aimed at improving productivity and supporting Germany's struggling economy, news reports say. Well, I don't know. Why is your economy struggling? Why is it struggling to the point where this seems like an appropriate thing to do?
Yeah.
Maybe you should have turned off your nuclear power plants. Maybe you should stop being an asshole about air conditioning. Maybe you shouldn't have let so many people into your country that aren't actually contributing to your economy. For example.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Whatever could you mean, Harry?
Yeah, so many maybes. You know, in my entire life, nobody has ever insisted that I get a doctor's note when phoning in sick for something. I've had people be complete assholes about stuff. Like I remember I was working, in the hospitality industry, functional, and I was running like 103 something fever. I mean, I was just burning up, but I didn't really realize how sick I was. And I was trying to bartend and I was just about passing out and went home and I was like, what the hell? Why did I stay? Because this guy basically just gave me the, hey, why don't you just finish out your shift? It'll be fine. I was pretty close to almost falling over, but it was only in hindsight that I realized how screwed up I was. But anyway, nobody's ever made me bring in a doctor's note to do something like this. Is this common in your experience with stuff where they do this sort of thing, or do people generally trust you not to phone in sick without proof?
Generally, it depends on the person, on the individual level. Like, I mean, if the person's not that great a committed employee, then yes. But I have had head chefs who demanded, or general managers, whatever, who demanded a sick note, and I'm like, no. I'll write you a note if you need me to write you a note, but I'm not getting out of bed, and B, by the time I need to go, I get to see my doctor is it's going to be too late because I'm going to be over whatever it is that's keeping me in bed right now. And it actually got so bad here because the employees were asking for doctor's notes. Doctors were getting overwhelmed with, like, GPs and stuff. We're getting overwhelmed, and walk-in clinics were getting so overwhelmed that they had to start charging. And so then the government's response was, no, you can't charge for a doctor's note. And then the doctor said, okay, well, then we're just not going to issue notes for people being sick, just so that their employers will have peace of mind or whatever. So it's an ongoing battle that it's I understand the intent I think that employers just should have exercised a little bit more restraint when asking for that. Because yeah, if it, like I said, on the individual level, if somebody's chronically calling in sick, then maybe there's something there, and yeah, they should face some sort of proof. But for everybody else, like when you're sick, like, you know, if it's just a rhinovirus or influenza or something, you don't want them even going to the doctor, the clinic. I mean, you know, outside of extenuating circumstances, because you just want them to stay home, have some chicken soup, some tea, and get lots of bed rest so that they can be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed in a couple days to go back to work and not take out half of your kitchen. Or in a lot of cases, that shit, because of the temperature in there and the closeness, your entire kitchen will be wiped out over the course of a month just from one person coming in sick. And that's horrible. You know, 1 week you're missing 2-3 dudes, and then the next week there's another 3 or 4 people who are sick, and some of the wait staff start getting sick, and it just gets passed around, and you're just like, this is stupid. If anything, I would tell people who came in looking, you know, all sniffly, looking like they might have a cold. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. What are you doing? I need the money. I don't fucking care. I need the money too. So does Joe, Hank, and Jessica. So get the fuck out of here before you make us all sick.
Think Occam's razor. What did Mama Merkel do to cause this in Germany? Yeah, I know. It really is just amazing. What could they possibly have done?
I guess we'll never know.
I don't feel like German reunification worked out the way it was. It's like, yes, unify Germany, but don't hire all the people that used to be in the secret police in East Germany and bring them into your government. They get to go become like farmers or like wash rinds on cheese in a warehouse or something, not make policy.
Not public office.
Yeah, not public office. All of those secret police people, none of them need to be in government.
But even with that, the EU are unelected bureaucrats who are just as bad as those former secret police people. And you know, you can't exactly just say keep them out of public office. I mean, EU as a whole has been just a complete clusterfuck.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
For the people of the member nations, not for the people, obviously, who are those unelected bureaucrats who are making bank. Mark Carney. Whoa, that was the weirdest sneeze I've ever had.
Bless you.
Seriously, I thought on America's 250th yesterday during Trump's speech, he would have been like, and in closing, let me just say that to our Canadian friends, the citizens of the country, and our British friends back over across the pond, we hear you, we feel you, and that's why last night our Blackhawks went in and we got them. We got the prime ministers of both countries. You know, Operation Enduring Freedom. You know, that it would have put a smile on my face to basically say, yeah, we are the fucking global hegemon, and if you guys don't stop fucking around with these globalist shitbags who are ruining everything for everybody, we're going to keep kidnapping. We're going to keep arresting you people.
Yeah.
A boy can dream, can't he?
Yeah. Hey, you want to
at this point, I am ridiculously patriotic. I fucking love my country. I love Canada. Love it so much that I would tomorrow, Chinese boots are on the ground. I'm like, give me a rifle. I'm fighting for this fucking country. And I used to say that about, you know, the jokes of, oh, well, America will invade you. I'd be like, well, no, they're not, because I'll be on the fucking border with a rifle. But at this point, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's become the 51st to 62nd state. Take all of our provinces, make them states, kick out, tell Britain, go what? What are you going to do about it?
Unfortunately, you're going to vote for a bunch of Democrats with your states and probably make things worse for us. That's the thing. I like the idea. I like the idea overall because of the elbow room aspect of it. That sounds pretty great. But I have a bad feeling that you're going to.
We could build all the data centers, Harry. We've got plenty of Arctic. You know, would cost very little to keep cool.
Yeah, very little to keep
open
cool.
a door.
So you want to see something wholesome? We got
all this room.
You want to see something wholesome, right? I know Sora does.
Please.
Wholesome, please.
Okay, wholesome.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if I can get the sound to come up. Here we go. Let's redo this.
Hello, Daddy. Oh, hello, Bab.
Hello.
It's dinner time already.
It is, and I've got you a recommended meal from America.
Oh.
Yeah, it's grilled cheese and tomato soup.
Love grilled
Apparently
cheese and
it's
tomato
very
soup.
popular in America.
Oh, very nice. That's unusual, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
Well, it is for me.
I love his bin.
There's a penguin on top of the
we
television.
would call it cheese on toast and soup.
Well, would we? I think we'd call it cheese toasty, wouldn't we?
Well, same, isn't it, really?
I suppose it is.
Cheese on
He's
toast.
like a human from a
Yeah,
Wallace and
okay,
Gromit
like
movie.
Cheese toasty.
Yeah.
Cheese toasty. Because you cooked it, you want to call it cheese toasty. We'll call it cheese toasty.
No, we're not calling it cheese toasty. We're calling it grilled cheese.
Oh, grilled cheese then. Oh, this is nice grilled cheese.
I know. Should we look at it?
Actually, she doesn't know how to make grilled cheese, but she tried, so it's okay.
Oh,
There you go.
She's British.
Grilled
She's
cheese.
British.
Yeah.
And what the American people do,
She hasn't
I've been
embraced the
told, is
true
they dip it in the
grandeur
soup.
of grilled cheese properly.
Oh, what, like that?
Yeah, and then eat it.
But if you're going to dip it in
Let's see what
tomato
you think of
soup,
that.
it's going to
It's
be
a
fine.
good job I've got a bib on.
I know it is, isn't it?
That's a great bib.
It's lovely.
I think we all need those.
Dun.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, I totally subscribe
And
to
his
it.
daughter is a keeper. She's awesome.
Yeah.
The soup looks lovely too.
Yeah.
That looks like a roast.
busted.
Yeah.
You like it?
I do.
It's bustin'.
Good.
He didn't say bussin'. He said bustin', which is fine. Bustin' makes me feel good.
I can tell she used heavy cream in the soup as opposed to milk, which is important.
Yeah.
You want that thickness, that richness from the heavy cream as opposed to milk is okay. It's okay, but
Look at the it's leaving behind the color on the side. See where it's gone down? That's a nice soup.
Yeah. Quality.
and they've got good tomatoes in Britannia.
See, I told you that'd make you feel good.
That's lovely.
I've got a terrible California thing, but I'm going to skip it because it just makes me want to. It's actually a truly maddening thing. I can save it for next week, I think.
That was a good one, Dan.
Well, we're not quite done yet.
Oh, okay.
I have this thing, but I can't
going through
remember
this
if it's actually
JCPenney
good.
catalog from 1989. This lady's trying to figure out how to tell the bride that the septic tank exploded at the venue.
Oh, but you're still hearing
Is
it.
the guy who's
Oh, the guy was sort of like he was sort of like a he was trying to remind you of that guy who did the honey badger thing, but he was talking about catalogs. Yeah, that's not very good. Yeah, that's not very good. We're gonna skip that. Let's see, what else can we skip? Oh yeah, this was actually good. People say that Donald Trump doesn't do anything good.
Well, President Trump signed a new memo relaxing restrictions on repairing your own car. Federal law blocks tampering with emissions control systems. So the new memo directs the Environmental Protection Agency, the EPA, to issue guidance clarifying what car owners can take to repair cars' emission systems while following the Clean Air Act. The move comes just months after the EPA took similar steps to allow farmers and equipment owners to repair farm and non-road diesel equipment.
Oh, you mean I can fix my own shit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So basically,
amazing.
So put guidance so they know what they're allowed to touch and what can cause problems.
It's a start. We need to do a lot more of that because the whole right to repair thing is a big thorny issue. It's just absolutely terrible. I blame the people who paid so much money for video games, you know, with the gotchas and the boxes, the loot boxes and stuff, that they became these whales that made everybody all this money. And then all the other businesses literally said, how can we turn our tractor into a subscription service? How can we collect data from our Ford F-150 that we can sell to advertisers so they can target you? Based on how spirited your driving style is. Why does everything have to be you'll own nothing and like it? I just want to buy my shit. When it breaks, I want to fix my shit, and I want to be left the hell alone.
That paradigm has just captured the zeitgeist right now.
Yeah.
They just, it's new. It's going to be different, better. All your problems are gone. Fusion in 5 years, flying cars.
Well, if Serenity's here, we could talk about all the stuff that works. Like I have a top-loading washing machine that's a Maytag. I have the matching Maytag dryer. About the only thing that's likely to go wrong with either one of them is that a belt will have to be replaced, and that every now and then I have to clean out the lint trap. Well, beyond the lint trap, I clean the lint trap each time, but you have to actually clean that out so that bad things don't happen.
I've top-loading Maytag for about 30 years.
Is it as water efficient? No, but is it really great when you realize you forgot a pair of socks and you can just lift the lid and drop them in and then go about your business?
Amazing.
It's like, you're not the boss of me, LG stackable washer and dryer. Shut up.
And I have LG now, and I like them, but before that I had Maytag.
Well, you watch content from people who fix things for a living, cars, appliances, things like that. And you pretty soon get an impression of what's crap and what's not. It really kind of makes me sick to see how bad some of the American automakers have gotten with their cars. It should not cost you $1,000 to replace a battery.
No.
What?
No.
Oh, you that's right. You weren't here for that, Sora. So, okay. Remember the old days where you just have a battery and then it would die and you like drive to the nearest Sears or go to Kragen's or O'Reilly or whatever, and then you just get a battery and you put it in your car and that was the end? Like $100, $200 maybe. So now when you take your Ford F-150 to the Ford dealer, it has a lithium ion battery in it. And it's got like management just like your laptop. Now, as the battery gets older and starts having problems, in your Ford, it starts disabling things on the dash, like the clock radio stops working. All this shit starts getting turned off. And only if you take it to the dealer and pay them $1,000 so they can replace the battery and then push a magic button on their proprietary box, does it reset things so that it says, oh, this is a new battery. Because it just replacing the battery is not enough because the car won't know that it's a new battery. So that's why what was a $200 repair is now a $1,000 repair for no good reason whatsoever.
Gross.
Yeah.
That's
it is absolutely gross. That's why I think the stupid electric truck thing, what is it called? Slate. That's kind of embrace a lot of fix-it-yourself stuff and change things yourself on the car. If they're actually selling a thing, even if it's not really the thing that I actually want, if it's just simple and I can fix most of the stuff myself, that's almost enough to just make me want to buy it just for that reason.
Yeah.
It's like, well, if you ever try to make a road trip on it, it's going to be a pain because it doesn't have a lot of range. I don't care. I just want to be left alone.
I want to be able to fix it.
I want to be able to replace the battery myself. I want to be able to. Yeah.
It's caused the used car market to spike in prices because people want old analog cars with very little computers in them.
Mm-hmm.
Because all these supposed benefits that they've been installing in cars are not, and people are like, well, no, I just want to drive my car.
Yeah.
Get it.
No kidding. Well, we have almost done our 2 hours. Let me see if there's any other little palate cleansers I can bring up. Oh, by the way, the humans that I couldn't pronounce the name of, they refer to them as hobbit-like humans. So they're literally hobbits that live in a cave. Isn't that great?
Yeah, I've been reading about these guys.
Yeah. There's all kinds of fireworks going off outside.
Same here.
God save America.
Boom, boom.
God love America.
It's unfortunate we still haven't found that missing link yet. Because we have all those different types of proto-humans, but no direct predecessor to Homo.
Well, we'll just keep.
What the fuck are we called? Why am I
Homo
brain
sapiens?
farting?
We're
Homo sapiens. Thank you. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. No homo.
If you want another funny Canada story, I have something I completely forgot this happened.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
So the president of the Philippines was in yesterday or the day before, I can't remember, and Carney and that we greeted him in Vancouver with Jollibee. because nothing says Vancouver like welcome here's from a fast food restaurant from your country.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
one of their most famous signature dishes, Harry, is like the type of spaghetti and sauce that you get in like a can with chopped up hot dog in it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of not good.
Oh, I have a whole bunch of stuff that didn't make the spreadsheet. Let's just do this. I have a bunch of stuff that I can bring back. You know, it's not like this is the last, well, probably not the last show we ever do. Considering some of the things I said, maybe it is the last show we get to do. So trail cameras show elephants, leopards, and more embracing India's 7-mile wildlife crossing months ahead of schedule.
Embracing.
Now, okay.
I hope this is not AI.
No, I mean, so there's a highway going over the top. The animals, we don't want them crossing the highway because then you run into them and bad things happen to the car and the animals. We're building these incredibly expensive overpass things where it looks like nature is there and the animals can just saunter across. They're spending so much money in Southern California making these little overpass things. This looks like they just raised the freeway and the animals are just walking under it. I think India might be onto something. If this is their idea of how to let the wildlife cross, every now and then just raise the freeway up and just let the animals walk underneath it. Don't like landscape it and terraform it and try to do this stuff. The animals will just figure it out. I mean, clearly these elephants seem to be unbothered by the whole situation. Maybe India's onto something here. Just make an underpass rather than some huge expensive overpass thing. I have covered this before. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? These huge multi-billion, not billion, but many millions of dollars spent so that the animals can cross the freeway in peace. Doesn't it seem like India might be onto something here? This easy, relatively cheap solution to the problem seems way better than whatever the hell ego-stroking nonsense is that we're doing in Southern California. We just spend so much money in California and it's so annoying. This is just easy. Like, why wouldn't we just do this?
Yep. Sometimes the low-tech option is the best option.
Yeah. Well, there's all this stuff that I forgot about. I was going to talk about the whole European heat wave thing. There are all these stories about problems going on in Europe. I mean, so many people just dying in Europe from the heat.
It's the air conditioning over there that causes all the death.
Yeah,
that's the dangerous thing.
So here's a thing where they've come up with like special bracelets for old Italian people. So 41, that's hot. This is not a very well put together piece of video. Let's see where something actually happens. Apologies.
These are bracelets that monitor people 24 hours a day. They are active all week, day and night. The bracelet is worn on the wrist. It records all the parameters.
So we're gonna tag all the old Italian people like it's an episode of Wild Kingdom.
What's it? Is it catch, neuter, release?
Yeah. How do you know that this particular old Italian's been tagged? Well, can you see the little tag that we put on his ear? Yeah, that's
look at his ear.
Yeah, each time you capture him, you've got to like put a notch in his ear and put a new tag in. It's important. Clean the barnacles off him and throw him back out.
Yeah, give him a little snack.
Yeah, good job, Europe. It's just absolutely dystopian and horrible. So yeah, smart bracelet, record temperatures. Let's see. Record temperatures in Germany, Denmark, and Europe.
Europeans endured sweltering conditions into Saturday as a heat wave linked to dozens of deaths moved east. Germany, Britain, France, and Switzerland all experienced record heat in June, with temperatures breaching 104 degrees Fahrenheit in some areas.
I think it's a problem now because of the lack of air conditioning generally around here.
Scientists said the heat wave would have been virtually...
From the One American?
Yeah, they asked the One American it is. Of course, his analysis is, well, you know, if you had air conditioners, this wouldn't be a problem. Air conditioning has become another one of these things where it's like a polarizing political issue. If you're right wing, you like air conditioning, and if you're left wing, you hate air conditioning. This is the stupidest argument in the history of arguments, that we've had to make air conditioning like some polarizing political issue.
Yeah.
It's incredibly stupid and self-destructive. Hey, if you guys want to die to prove us wrong, you know, let all your old people just die off in the heat, well, I guess that's up to you guys. That's a terrible decision, and I don't endorse it. But, you know, you'll show me by letting, you know, grandma and grandpa just like swelter in the heat because they don't have their bracelets on or whatever. I don't know. Europe is really annoying. They need to stop it. I used to want to go to Europe. Now, not so much.
Glory days are over.
Summer.
Yeah. Ugh. Anyway, let's see. Oh, we don't have anything else fun. And I'm tired. We should probably stop doing this and go do other things, right? So, you guys have anything else?
Have your pet spayed or neutered.
Yeah.
Proud and happy.
Well, this has been your Minions of the Zoo for this 4th of July, 2026.
Happy birthday!
Yay!
And
Congratulations.
assuming we didn't piss off the powers that be, we'll be back next week. Good night.
Hey.
Bye, everybody.
Good night. Happy
Good night.
celebrations.